While we usually center our view on the established watch brands like Rolex and Omega, the newcomers and contenders in the world of watches are steadily improving and growing their own collections, which are openly available for us all to buy. True watch enthusiasts are keeping an eye on the following watches already, from various micro brands, which I think are noteworthy. My name is Onur Karaman, thank you for tuning in, and now let's start with number 1. VPC Type 37HW. We start with an elegant looking watch from a company named VPC, or Venustas per Constantiam, which means something to the effect of beauty by restraint. This company is located in the Netherlands and they currently have just one watch with 3 different variations. The variation we are looking at right now is the 37HW Dove Grey. This watch is intended as a universal, any occasion type watch, and somehow it looks like this watch was inspired by the Grand Seiko style, especially when it comes to the hands and the general look and feel you get from this watch, which is something that I like. The watch has a case diameter of 37.5 millimeters, a sapphire crystal and a Celita movement, which comes with an accuracy of 12 seconds lost or 30 seconds gained per day, which is okay. As it is normal with micro brands, the price of this watch is higher than more or less the same watch from an established brand like Seiko or Citizen. But since this watch is special, handmade, and a sign of dedication, you would need to pay about $2,500 to get the Dove Grey. RZE Aspirare. The next watch we are looking at is the Aspirare Basalt Black from a company called RZE. I am personally closely following RZE for quite some time now, and I really like what these guys are doing. This watch looks like it came from the same factory as where fighter jets are made. It has a case diameter of 44 millimeters made out of titanium. It has a unidirectional bezel with a pleasure providing 120 clicks, 300 meters of water resistance, ultra bright lume, and a sapphire crystal. I could go on and on about its awesome design, but let me just phrase it like this. It's a design as powerful as a left hook that will break anybody's jaw in the first round. You can get this awesome watch for only $650, and you should. I can see RZE easily becoming one of the top brands in the next 10 years. Autodromo Group B. The next watch we are looking at is the Autodromo Group B in black and white. To be fair, the other color variations of this model look awesome as well. Autodromo is an American watch brand focused on racing just like Tag Heuer once was. This watch, the Group B, has a throwback dial design, knowingly leaning on the 1980s. It looks like a speed gauge of a racing car. You have a well-integrated bracelet, which fits perfectly to the whole design of the watch. But if you prefer straps, you can easily switch it up since the Group B has a lug-to-lug distance of 20 millimeters. You also get a sapphire crystal and the Miyota automatic movement, which has an accuracy of -10 seconds to +30 seconds per day, which is pretty standard. You can get the Autodromo Group B for $1,100 from the official website. Beaucroft Seeker. The Beaucroft Seeker is a very elegant looking watch coming from the UK. With the Seeker, it's hard to figure out the best color variation since all of them look gorgeous. You can wear this watch and look fine for almost any occasion, for your daily work at the office or your business dinner at night. The three-dimensional dial design with its harmoniously shaped hands look just beautiful. The Beaucroft Seeker has a case diameter of 37 millimeters and it's working with a Miyota movement, which has a very good accuracy of ±10 seconds gain per day. You can get the Seeker for about $500, which is a very good price for a micro brand such as this one. I can see Beaucroft leveling up in the watch game sooner than later. Studio Underdog 01 series. If you want some fun in your life, you can get yourself the 01 series model from Studio Underdog. This chronograph looks slick, colorful and classy all in one. No matter which color variation you prefer, whether it's the watermelon, the desert sky, the goofy panda, or the mint chalk chip. The dial design, no matter which variation, is certainly an eye-catcher, which you would always enjoy when you check the time. I would say that this is the perfect summer watch. The price tag is at $540, which in my opinion is a very good deal. You get a sapphire crystal, a case diameter of 38.5 millimeters, and a seagull movement, which has an accuracy of 10 seconds lost or 40 seconds gained per day, which is not so great, but again, very good for the price point. I personally like what Studio Underdog is doing, and I can see how that brand will produce even cooler and better watches in the coming future. Löbner Steel Racer. The next watch we are looking at is surrounded by a lot of mystery. And let me tell you one thing up front. The watch, which I am going to show you, has a price point of roughly $15,000. How is that for a micro brand? The watch I'm talking about is the Löbner Steel Racer. There are no review videos on the internet which would show you how the watch actually looks like in real life. All we have at this point are some pictures and many digital renderings. The website of Löbner tells you that they are selling these watches exclusively at Beaucroft, which is a watch retail chain recently acquired by Rolex. So at least we know that this watch is backed by real companies. The Steel Racer, as the name suggests, is leaning on the car racing spirit. The design of this chronograph looks awesome. It is an interesting combination of industrialism and elegance. You have decentralized hour and minute hands at the 10 o'clock position. The crown is covered by a slidable and patented module called the sledge. And you have an in-house movement called Löbner 6223, for which I can not tell you how good or bad the accuracy is, simply because the information is not available. Traska Commuter. Traska is one of the few micro brands which became popular in the last 2 years, and that is because their watches are very good looking timepieces. A good example is the Traska Commuter 38. You can get this watch in 4 different color variations. All look sporty and yet elegant. The dial design of this watch is pleasingly balanced between vibrance and calmness. The case of the Commuter 38 nicely continues the athletic theme of this watch by being only 8 millimeters thick. As the name already suggests, the Commuter 38 has a case diameter of 38.5 millimeters, a sapphire crystal, and as many other micro brands, a Miyota movement, which may lose or gain 10 seconds per day. You can be a happy owner of the Traska Commuter for only $600 US. Baltic Hermetique. The Hermetique of the French watch brand Baltic is like an elegant field watch for daily use. The black version, called Glacier Black, is my favorite of the many versions this watch comes in. The dial looks clear, easily readable, and somehow adventurous because of the stone-cut pattern in the background. I like this watch with the color matching strap because it fits the dynamic style language of the Hermetique. This watch has a case diameter of 37 millimeters, a water resistance of 150 meters, and an industry-proven Miyota movement at its core. You can get the Baltic Hermetique for $700 if you can, because this watch was originally limited to only 200 pieces. Congratulations Baltic, you're awesome and we like your watches. Minase 7 Windows. The watch named 7 Windows from the Japanese micro brand called Minase is something very special and original. You have to start with the case of this watch to understand what you're looking at. This watch has basically a round case surrounded by a highly polished square case, of which each side has its own sapphire crystal. The mesmerizing Jubilee type bracelet adds to the ever-reflecting design of this watch. It's hard for me to figure out for what kind of occasion this watch is supposed to be for, but I would generally guess that you wear this watch with a suit for business meetings. The outer face of the 7 windows is rather big. It is 38 mm wide and it's 47 mm high. I would highly suggest testing this watch on your own wrist in case you fell in love with what you're seeing already. The 7 windows has an in-house movement from Minase, which is based on an ETA movement with an accuracy of 20 seconds lost or gained per day, which is okay. If you want to be an owner of this watch, you have to pay about $5,500 US. Circula ProTrail. Our next and final watch is the ProTrail from the German watch company called Circula. This field watch looks athletic and toolish, which is a great design theme in my opinion. The finishing of the double circled dial with its leveraged hour markers look and feel high level. Most of the color variations of the ProTrail are eye-catching, and the color matching strap of whatever variation is also a great choice to add to the athletic spirit of this field watch. If you're more of a bracelet person, then you're lucky because the bracelet of the ProTrail looks slick and perfectly integrates into the case of the watch. The ProTrail has 40 mm case diameter, an automatic salita movement with an accuracy of plus/minus 12 seconds a day, which is good. All for a price point of $900. And that's it. These are some of the most amazing micro brands on which I stumbled upon recently. Do you have any of these watches which I just talked about? Then please let me know in the comments. You can get more videos like this through my Instagram channel, on which I post short and easy to watch videos on a regular basis. Please follow me on Instagram. My username is vancraze.watches. Other than that, please like and subscribe to my channel, and see you on the next video.